Hi everyone, welcome to Summer of Ascension. Today we're going to talk about the new paradigms of soul contracts. Welcome everyone, I'm Angela Blaha. The energy's been quite intense, yeah? Well, I feel like it's going to continue to be that way for a good another month. So I want to talk today about soul contracts and how they've changed and will continue to change. So relationships are not what they used to be, are they? No. Relationships are changing and becoming more, I'm going to say critical as we ascend. So what's happening is third dimension, moving from third dimension into fifth dimension, we're releasing all karma. And what does that mean by releasing karma? Karma is just the patterns that we've been stuck in, the loops. I call them energetic time loops. Because a loop has more power, the word has more power than a pattern does. If we're just in a pattern, we're kind of lackadaisical about it, like we're just, oh yeah, I'm in a pattern. But when I say loop, it sort of inspires you to look at your actions, right? To look at the patterns that you've repeated over and over and over. So I'm going to use the word loops. So releasing karma is just releasing yourself from those loops that you've been stuck in over and over and over, and you just repeat them. That's all karma is, right? That's all it is. So we're releasing ourselves from the relationships that have kept us stuck in these patterns, continuously repeated. So, but those are changing. When we're moving energetically, we're moving and releasing. We no longer want to be bound to those kind of relationships. We no longer want to be bound to our loops, to our patterns. We begin to see and recognize and know that there's something different, that we have choices, that we can make a different decision that will have a different outcome. And we're seeking so much truth right now that we can stay in those soul contracts, but there's so much pain and suffering in those contracts that we just want out. And we don't care how we get out, we just really want out. Now, those contracts may look horrifying, right? I've talked to several people this week who are releasing from those contracts, and for them, their perception is just unbelievable. For one thing, it's like they're caught in a sci-fi movie and they really don't know how to get out of them. What's happened is, for me, maybe there was a timeline where you actually did play that out, is coming forward and it's connecting with your current timeline. So you don't really want that to happen. But what you do want to happen is total awareness about why you're continuously repeating the pattern and what it is from the experience that you get to gain from it, learn, acknowledge, and move forward with. So everybody take a deep breath, because soul contracts aren't really that bad, but we seem to be stuck in a lot of them. So creating new contracts is really the power that your soul is like wanting you to expand into, right? When you release from those old relationships, moving away from them can look like separation or divorce. But there's power in you seeking your own truth, understanding what your own truth is, and moving into that, right? Like family bonds, partnership kind of relationships are just, for some, they're crumbling. So what's happening? As you energetically move into the power of who you are as a energy being, as a soul being, as your God self, as I don't care what words you use, right? They all mean the same thing. As you energetically move into your strengths and you begin to recognize your strengths and who you are, you yearn, you desire so much more from the people that you're around, right? Like you want them to arise, you want them to ascend just as you are. And sometimes they don't. It's okay to release them. Because you're not here to save them or keep them, excuse me, or keep them in the same energetic field that you are. Instead, love them so much that you allow them to be where they need to be. I'm going to repeat that. Love them so much that you allow them to be equal to you. Now, when you move into more self-empowerment, it doesn't mean that you have to leave them behind, right? That's the new energy that is so magical about it, is that we don't have to leave our family behind. We don't have to leave our loved ones behind. Rather, what we can do is create a new contract with them. So what happens is the old contract just sort of severs itself, and you do some soul talking. If you don't want to do it in conscious awareness, you do it in conscious awareness of the soul, which is where it matters anyway. And we do some soul talking. Excuse me. So as we shift from these old contracts, where they basically sort of just fall away, you don't even have to pay attention to that. You just know that it's going to change, right? Or that you yearn or you desire something different within your relationships. And we move into conscious awareness that, hey, I want more love. I want more contact with my partner. I want expansive conversations with my family. I yearn for such a pureness to our love that we don't even have to describe it. We don't even have to talk about it. We just recognize it and feel it when we're together. Isn't that amazing? Like, you can do that. All you have to do is, before you go to bed, ask your soul to create that. Ask your soul to talk to your partner, to your loved ones, to your family, to new relationships, that's what your desire is. And contracts can be written without even doing anything about it. Make it simple, right? Don't make this stuff hard. The new energy is all about speed, and it's all about making life easy. But we're not used to making life easy. We're used to making things hard, because that includes drama, that includes, hardships, that includes belief patterns. The new energies, the new contracts of souls, actually, you don't even have to make a contract anymore. You could just say, I yearn for this, and it will show up. What? We don't have to make soul contracts any longer? No, we don't. We could just say, I desire this. I desire this. And believe and know and understand that you are a multidimensional being who can bring that energy in on a multidimensional level. We don't even have to have them with the people, the humans that we are closest to. You can actually embody that energy, bring it in from your higher aspects, your higher self, and become that. So contracts are almost null and void in the spiritual world. Wow, that's cool. Okay. But you can do it through soul talking. And soul talking is quick and easy. You get in, you ask what you desire and they change. You can change it every single day if you want. You don't have to be longer, because the more that you understand that you're an energy being and that everything you've been told or taught or lived by are loops. They're energetic loops that you don't have to stay bound to. They're contracts that are in the past. So create what you desire. Create the freedom that you're looking for by just talking with your own soul, your own aspects, your own higher consciousness, and embody it. Become that. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please ask them. You can ask them in the thread after this, or you can send me an email, angelablah005@gmail.com, or you can ask them on Facebook in the group. We do have a couple questions right now, though. So Pat says, I yearn for freedom from old contracts. Yes, totally. I don't want those contracts any longer. I want to create new ones. And then state your desire, right? Get clear about what you really are desiring in this lifetime. Now, sometimes clarity doesn't always come for us. So what I recommend is writing it down. And every day, know that clarity can change, right? Just because we say, oh, today I desire physical touch from my partner, doesn't mean tomorrow has the same desire, right? We're kind of programmed to believe that what we want right now in this moment has to last forever. No, we are energy. We are constantly changing energy beings, right? So know that those things that we used to have or want, desire in the past, don't have to be true today. And in fact, if you're still wanting those kinds of things, I'm going to say you're probably stuck in a loop. So take a look at that. All right, Renee says, so many people say you have to work hard to get what you want. No. Like my husband, so I can soul talk to him. Life should be easy, life should be free, and life should be so blissful that there should never be a hard day. There should never be anything that's hard. Relationships should never be hard. They should be open and free. And if that's what you want, soul talk about that. Get clear about what you want, and then do soul talking with the people that you want that kind of a relationship with. Anna says, I so needed to hear this today. I've struggled more and more with the thinking that I have to leave others behind as I grow. Simplicity has been my focus lately. Yes, we don't have to leave others behind. Now, that's an old thinking pattern. We can bring them with us. Our relationships may look a little bit different, though, right? So the more simple we make life, the easier it is. Now, I want to say something about we are not programmed to believe that life can be easy, that life can be simple. And when that happens in our life, it's almost like there's like a void that happens. There's almost like almost an emptiness or a hollowness that comes. What that is the vibration of peace, tranquility, pureness, truth, right? Have you ever actually experienced such pure peace that there's nothing? Because what happens with the soul when it moves into pure peace, there's no attachments to the drama. And it's the drama that we are so addicted to that leaves with the purity of it, and it feels empty or hollow. it's not empty or hollow. It's the normal vibration of just balanced peace and tranquility. And it's so amazing, but we're not used to it. And it may feel like we're not doing enough, but we're doing everything that we can. And it's the energy of the vibration of that is so different than what we're used to, that it takes a little bit of, it takes us a little time in space to get used to that new feeling, that new energy. Okay? So don't get all alarmed about that. Don't think that you're doing something wrong. It's the peacefulness, pay attention to the vibration of peace. Super amazing. I hope in soul contracts and the new paradigm of relationships, they don't have to be hard. They don't have to be, they don't have to be hard. Make them simple. But be clear about what you want in your contracts and create that. So until next week, I hope you have an amazing adventure here on this beautiful earth. Just checking in, making sure there's nothing else. I think we're complete. So thank you for joining me and take care. See you next week.